Good morning and happy Memorial Day. I'm Susie, the Bonsai Druid. Welcome to my channel. I thought I'd give a little rundown of the benches on this sunny day. We got some nice weather. Everybody's leafing out and looking good. This corkscrew hazel has really leafed out nicely, and I may be able to start taking a look at styling aspects of this tree. There's not a lot you can do because it is the way it is, but I really like it. Someday it'll be in a bonsai pot. Right now it's in this big pot, but you can see down here that the pot's only, barely half full of soil. So the roots are being trained to take up a smaller amount of space, and this thing had really awful roots when I got it. And my ever-bearing mulberry still in the process of making mulberries. It looks like it's going to have a pretty big crop of them. The cacti and the succulents are doing good. And the smaller trees on the benches here. The smoke tree. It's pre-bonsai, but I love the look of it. Fuji cherry, the Kojo no Ma. My forest of redwood. Only 4 trees, but we've got to do some improvements on this. This river birch is doing surprisingly well. It was just an Arbor Day freebie and didn't know what to expect from it, but I like the orange color of the trunk, to be honest with you. Up here is my blueberry, doing great. It's clump style. It's actually flowered and is making blueberries. I probably should have stopped it from doing that, but what the heck. Little blueberries. One of my many green Isle Banyan ficus cuttings. They're looking pretty nice. My elm grove is doing fantastic. It needs to get some pruning done. The sumac, looking good. Fell out of its pot in a storm about a week ago, so now it is wired into its pot to protect it. Not an easy task with the kind of roots it has, but I got it done. My little wildling, my little elmling that is doing really well in its little pot. This is my South African fig. Definitely looking better now that it's able to be outside more often. And it's also making figs, but it does all the time. This here is the root cutting from this tree. Starting to make some new leaves. This is another of the green Isle cuttings. This one over here, another green Isle cutting. Gonna have lots of those, see what will happen with them. And then over here on the big bench, everybody's kind of crowded up there, just trying to get some sun. Along with a couple of plants that are not bonsai, but just happen to be up here for color. This geranium's popping flowers like crazy. The Stewardia, still kind of holding its own, really hasn't done much. The leaves it has have browned and dried up from being exposed to light and sun, apparently. The buds that it's had on it for 2 years are still on it, still not doing much. Back here is one of my oaks, recently discovered oak from the front driveway, still holding its own with its 3 leaves. Then back in this little shady area is the newest Stewardia that I've bought, whose leaves seem to be doing fairly well. Protecting it as best I can from direct sun. It's young, it's small. You can see how small the trunk is compared to this much nicer one that I have started on the bigger Stewardia, which is really hoping that this Stewardia can come back. I just don't know why. It's a struggle. Another one of the oaks that I got from a truffle oak, a truffle inoculated English oak. So I can't wait to see what this one does. Another little oak doing great. The second of my sumacs enjoying the sun. A larger cutting from my green Isle banyan. You can see how thick the trunk is on this one. And it's got kind of thick primary trunks already. So we'll see what happens with that. And this right here, kind of squished in among all the other trees, is my jabuticaba. Looking really good, actually. I'm very happy with it. I'm going to have to prune up some cuts that I made, but I'm just happy with the leaves, the health, and the improved shape. Like, I still have these two branches tied up. Hopefully they'll stay that way when I take that off. But it's warm enough for it to finally be outside, at least during the day. It's really kind of full, but I like it. 2 more green Isle banyan cuttings. This little guy here. It's a little hard to see his trunk in there, but he's got a nice trunk. This one's a little more tall, leaning to the side. 2 more of my oaks that look like they're doing really well. I'm starting to think these leaves are possibly swamp oak, based on the shape. Like this one here, you can see it's narrower here, and then it bells out further down here, which is a lot more like the swamp oak than the chinkapin oak, or sort of kind of like this English oak. So we'll just have to see as they grow up if they change. I don't know if the leaf shape will alter at all as they grow from like seedlings up to saplings. My hazel clump is just going like gangbusters. It's shading itself and most of these other trees, keeping them from burning up in the direct sun. This here is just a nice straw flower plant. I really love how these hold their buds, hold their shapes for a really long time. It's like a desert plant. Can you hear that? These little petals are like paper. Kind of remind me of like origami paper. There's another one from Ted's. Succulent Aeonium Hybrid Blushing Beauty. Pretty cool. Another elm, yay. I mean, sorry, oak. The elm's on the brain. This is the elm. The vase-shaped one that I'm planning on doing. You can see it's tall, it's fairly straight. It'll probably get chopped to somewhere here. And then we'll see if buds come out lower down. If it ends up being tall, you know, in this range, I'd be okay with that. This is the father of all of the cuttings that I took, the green Isle banyan. You can see where the cut marks were. It just got so thick and it needs a restyle, so it's in the process of a restyle. Right here is another elm from the yard that I just put in a pot. It's holding its own. This is the other American elm, doing fantastic. I can see that it looks like I may be able to take it all the way down to here and have a nice, kind of nice little thick trunk, but make this really small, like maybe Shohin, maybe no larger than Shohin size, which would be cool. This is a really thick cutting I had taken off my pomegranate. I don't know if it's going to do anything, but I thought I'd give it a try. And I'm very excited to announce My pomegranate has buds. It's finally actually budding. I am very excited. I did not know. You can see right there. The little buds starting to pop out. Let's see if I can get them in focus. Very happy. So glad that this tree is not dead. I mean, it's got a major restyle coming, but I'm glad that it survived this massive chop that I had to do over here. And I took a risk with its hibernation. I know they're supposed to, but it's only done it a couple times, and this chop was big. I was very worried. But now you can see little buds popping everywhere, very happy. So glad. This tree's been with me the longest, so I would be devastated if it dies. I don't want it to die. I'm going to do my best to restyle it and not kill it. So that's all the trees that are outside. Get back and get a bigger view. I hope y'all have a happy Memorial Day. Enjoy your trees. And stay tuned for the next video.